So following on from our previous work, putting together an intermediate track, I have something a little bit more advanced here for users who may be up to that standard. So once again, I've prepared my loops in advance over here and then turned them into a larger track over here. So I'm just going to show you the various components of what I've made so far. This is the first section. It's just the drum and the bass. So you can hear that there. The second part is the same thing again, but with a little bit of melody added, fairly sparse. The third part is the same three parts with a fourth part added on. This is slightly chordal in nature. And the fourth part is completely different, which during the course of the song is used to provide variety. So I'll show you how I put those together in a moment. I just want to show one additional feature of this particular instrument. So something we haven't looked at so far is the effects, and in this particular sound the effects are fairly prominent. So we have some delay added here. You can adjust the settings on the delay if you want there. You could, if you wanted, add additional effects by clicking add effects over here, and you have a load of things to choose from. You could go through them at your leisure and see if you found any that you liked. They're all fairly easy to operate. They mostly just come with a couple of faders similar to these effects that are here. So that's another slightly more advanced operation in this for those of you who may feel up to using those features. So once you've heard the few parts, I'm going to outline basically how I came up with the longer track. So we start off with a drum intro on its own, then we add in the bass, then we add in the melody, then we add in the chords, and at this point we have the full track. So in order to create some variety, this is where we've created our change. Now the change features a new instrument, but also the drum pattern is different there as well. And then after another breakdown, which is a similar idea to what we used in the last video, we come back to the original drum and bass line again. So I'm going to play this longer track here, and that'll give you an idea of what we're doing. Okay. So you can hear that by working with a relatively small number of parts that we composed over here, we're able to arrange them in such a way as to create a longer, more detailed track. And similar to the ideas that came up in the previous video, there is an intro which helps establish that when this comes in, that it is the main part of the song. There is also a bit of a drum breakdown to bring back that main piece of composition as well. But this time we have the inclusion of a completely different section over here, and that provides quite a significant piece of variety, and it is worth attempting if you have composed something similar to the last video that was a little bit simpler. You want to move on to something harder. Adding an entirely new section and finding a way to tastefully include it in the music is a good next step for you to attempt to follow. So I hope some of these ideas are useful to you. Again, you might want to emulate some of them, or you might want to come up with some of your own. Either way is fine.